Hey folks, Mark 3 SMLE here, and today I'm bringing you the Marlin Model 60. Let's check it out. From back to front we have a plastic butt cap with a Marlin logo on it. We have a birch stock. This is a really basic model. There's no sling studs, basic birch stock. Here's our action. It is semi-automatic, of course, and what's unlike a lot of the other 22s, the Marlin Model 60 opens up on the last shot, and you can release the bolt by pushing the button here. We have our safety, which is a cross bolt, and of course our trigger. Moving up the rifle, we have a 3/8 inch dovetail for mounting a scope, a pair of crude sights, and a 15-shot tubular magazine. The rifle, of course, is touted for having the Marlin microgroove rifling, which aids in accuracy. Well, only one way to find that out. Let's go ahead and shoot it. The Marlin Model 60 loads with a tubular magazine. Originally, back when the gun came out in 1960, it had an 18-shot magazine, but because of various laws in New Jersey, it was reduced to a 15-shot magazine. Now what you do is turn your notch, pull out the tube, insert your rounds one at a time. Like I said, this gun holds 15 rounds. Very good, healthy capacity right out of the box. Close the tube, and we're ready to go. Alright, we're charging the weapon. Okay, ready? Safety on. Let's go ahead and take the bench and do a little bit of shooting.
You can see here I'm having some trouble with the Winchester Western 36 grain bulk pack ammo. In general, this stuff has been very reliable for my rimfire rifles and pistols. However, you can see here that I have a misfire, which isn't too bad of a deal, but the thing is you want to smack that bolt handle hard to kick out the case, because if you don't, the gun will jam up and you'll have to take out the magazine tube, dump the ammunition, and to remediate the jam.
Alright, let's try a little something different. Let's try Cci Suppressor. This is subsonic ammunition, and generally semi-autos won't cycle subsonic ammunition because it needs enough force for that bolt to travel backwards, but I've been finding this is going to be pretty darn reliable. In fact, let's load up a full 15 shots this time. We've been taking some groups, but we're going to load up a full 15 of this Cci Suppressor. I'm going to go ahead and just get it done. This is why tube magazines are a little bit painful sometimes, so yeah, don't put them in backwards. So far I put about 300 rounds to this gun. It's been quite reliable, but it doesn't seem to agree with my Winchester Western ammunition. I had a few failures to fire. No problem cycling or ejecting, but failure to fire because it's bulk pack ammo, so you gotta watch out. Depending on what kind of brand you're using. Of course, with the CCI stuff, it's been pretty darn reliable. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm just going to fire these really rapid, just to so you guys can gauge the recoil, and which there really isn't much recoil, given this 19-inch barrel is quite thick, and of course it's a 22. Well, here's our CCI mini mag group, which isn't too bad. I figure right now I'm going to cover a few things about the Marlin Model 60 that I like and a few things that I don't like, okay? For one thing, this polymer trigger guard, I really wish it would be some sort of metal, if not stamped steel or something like that. I just don't like the way it looks on the rifle compared to this nice blue steel and just pretty decent wood. But, you know, even the Ruger 1022 has a plastic trigger guard, so what are you going to do? for 150 bucks. This is a pretty good rifle. Of course, you have your Bible here, your warning label right here, and of course the sights are kind of crude. You've been able to pitch the adjustment up using the ladder, and this return here, I was able to dial it up and get it on at 50 yards. Right out of the box, it's good at 25, but at 50, I needed to lift the rear and guide this down so I could hit the point of aim. Other than that, the gun has been pretty darn reliable. I know that the Tubular Magazine can be quite an annoyance, but then again, this is a hunting rifle. This isn't meant to be a tactical rifle or anything like that, so a 15-shot magazine like this will do just fine. Even though I have a little bit of trouble loading it out here, it's freezing cold and my fingers are numb, but overall it's a pretty good little system, and definitely something comparable to the Ruger 1022. There's a reason why the Marlin Model 60 is the most produced 22 rifle in modern US history. Overall, the Model 60 would be a great little companion. It's a little bit heavy for a youth gun, but you could manage it just fine. Great little hunting rifle. It's quite accurate, and it looks quite nice too. This is something that I'm going to hang on to for a while, or at least long enough to get a Ruger 1022 in order to compare it to. But until that time, this is Mark 3 SMLE, going out.